Assalamualaikum. Saya nampak ada beberapa orang dah masuk. Probably kita boleh mulalah kot. Sebelum tu saya nak check daripada UM, Dr. Rizal ada? Dah ready? Cik Farhana?
Ya, saya ada.
Ya, saya ada. Ya.
Dr. Zai?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, so kita tak ramai participant but we carry on lah. So rasa dalam in between pun mungkin ada yang masuk sebab saya dengar mereka ada exam lah. Alright, so kita mulakan. Screen problem. Cek tu nanti dia cek Nampak tak? Nak guna macam ni ke nak main slide? Saya just nak check, boleh nampak screen tak?
Boleh.
Alright.
Yes,
Okay.
you can see your screen.
Alright, kita mulalah doktor. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat sejahtera. Hari ini taklimat, hari ini kita ada tiga panelis actually. Saya sebagai moderator, saya Puan Tuti Hayati binti Kasim, Eksekutif Pemasaran dan Pengambilan di Pusat Pemasaran dan Pengambilan Universiti Melaya. Bersama-sama dengan saya hari ini adalah Cik Farhana Abu Bakar, Pegawai Pemasaran dan Perkomersialan, Fakulti Perniagaan dan Perakaunan. Dr. Siti Zainuddin, Pensyarakanan daripada Fakulti Bahasa dan Linguistik, dan kita pun ada Dr. Muhammad Rizal bin Baharum, Pensyarakanan dari Fakulti Alam Bina. Alright, so saya since kita dah running masa kita dah ni, jadi saya macam cepatkan sikit lah So saya tak akan sentuh sangat pasal sejarah Universiti Melaya. I'm sure semua tahu Universiti Melaya adalah universiti yang tertua di Malaysia dan kita bermula tahun 1905. Kita ada 13 fakulti, 2 akademi dan 3 center yang menawarkan program undergrad ataupun program ijazah dasar, dan 3 institut tu lebih kepada untuk ijazah tinggi. Dan untuk makluman, pada minggu ni kita dah dapat tahu, kita dapat lagi center kita, satu daripada center kita telah dinaik tarafkan kepada fakulti. So saya akan mention kemudian. Ini beberapa fakta mengenai UM. Apa yang saya nak sentuh kat sini ialah we are the first and top university in Malaysia. Dan interestingly kita ada 2 double degree. Kalau adik-adik ada yang berminat buat degree dan habis sudah dapat 2 degree, then you just wait sebab dia di bawah Fakulti Bahasa. Dr. Zaida akan mention pasal ni. Kita ada dual master dengan 2 PhD, yang itu later. Okay, dan untuk untuk pengetahuan adik-adik semua, UM kita melihat penarafan dari segi QS World University Ranking, dan kita ada di tangga yang ke-59 ataupun top 60 in the world dan ke-9 di Asia. Alright. Ini adalah ranking dari segi US News, penarafan US News. So kebanyakan engineering, computer science kita berada dalam top 100 lah. Okay, ini yang saya mention tadi, kita ada 13 fakulti, sekarang dah 14 fakulti, 2 akademi, 2 center dan 3 institut dan 4 research cluster. Okay, dari segi pelajar antarabangsa, UM menerima pelajar antarabangsa. So data 2020 ni kita setakat ni untuk ijazah dasar kita ada almost 900 students international, probably more or probably less sebab ramai tak boleh datang sekarang ni. Dan untuk postgrad kita ada lebih kurang plus minus 2,500 daripada pelbagai negara. Okay, kemasukan ke UM. I'm sure adik-adik semua tahu kan nak masuk kena melalui UPU dan untuk kemasukan ke UM kita sama seperti UC lain. Kategori yang kita ada dalam melalui SPM dan STPM. So, saya takkan sentuh SPM sebab adik-adik sekarang berada dekat matrikulasi. So saya akan tengok pengambilan melalui kategori STPM atau staraf, termasuklah matrikulasi. Okay, firstly, saya rasa adik-adik semua tahu kan, semua dah ambil kan MUAT kan. So untuk calon STPM ataupun matrikulasi, kelaikan MUAT mengikut tahap yang ditetapkan dalam syarat khas program. Saya akan sentuh kemudian. Kalau tak ada MUAT dan you adalah lepasan A-level tak ada MUAT, kita boleh consider IELTS dengan TOEFL mengikut tahap yang ditetapkan dalam syarat khas program. Okey, ini syarat am. Syarat am adalah syarat asas yang adik-adik perlu fulfill. So kalau adik-adik daripada matrikulasi, you tengok part matrikulasi di mana syarat am dia adalah mendapat sekurang-kurangnya PNTK 2.0 dan of course ada kena lulus dalam mata pelajaran sejarah, kepujian bahasa Malaysia atau bahasa Melayu dan MUAT tahap 1 sahaja. Ini syarat am ya adik-adik. Dan kalau you dah pilih program nanti, you kena tengok syarat-syarat khas ataupun syarat-syarat tambahan. Okey, macam saya kata tadi, pengambilan adalah melalui saluran UPU. Sekarang ni UPU dah buka, adik-adik dah boleh key in kan. Cumanya sekarang ni keputusan matrikulasi belum keluar kan. So just kalau keluar nanti, then you buat pemilihan. Sekiranya adik-adik bercadang nak datang ke UM, always put UM as your first choice. Sebab apa? Sebab itu chances untuk you diterima masuk lebih tinggi bila you letak UM di pilihan yang pertama. Dan don't worry sebab kita boleh buat 12 pilihan. Jadi kalau pilihan pertama tak dapat, kita ada pilihan kedua. So pilihan tu hendaklah apa yang kita nak. Okey, ini permohonan UPU yang saya tengah buka. Kalau ikutkan perancangan ditutup pada 31 Mac. Okay, I'm sure semua you all semua dah ada dah beli unit ID daripada Bank Simpanan Nasional. Dan salah satu lagi cara kemasukan ke USTIM layak adalah melalui apa yang kita panggil saluran terbuka USTIM layak. Tapi untuk adik-adik saya maklumkan yang saluran satu ni adalah saluran direct intake yang yurannya tidak mendapat subsidi kerajaan. So adik-adik kena bayar yuran penuh. So tapi nak masuk UM juga boleh. This is another way nak masuk UM. So sekarang ni terdapat 3 pilihan program pengajian dan kita akan tambahkan program ni. Kalau adik-adik berminat, sila layari website umcced.um.edu.my. Okay. Kita akan share slide ni dan nanti you all boleh refer balik. Okey, ini antara program-program 13 program yang kita offer melalui saluran 1. Okey, program pengajian bersyarat khas. Ada pengajian yang ada syarat khas. So, contohnya kalau adik-adik berminat nak mengambil sarjana muda perubatan dan sarjana muda pembedahan MBBS, adik-adik wajib mengambil peperiksaan kita panggil BMAT terlebih dahulu. Unfortunately BMAT ni telah dijalankan pada 20 Februari minggu lepas. Sekiranya adik-adik tak sempat ambil tapi nak buat MBBS juga, adik-adik boleh Google boleh Google BMAT Cambridge. So as long as sebelum panggilan temuduga, you boleh ambil peperiksaan itu dan sila berhubung dengan fakulti. At the end of the slide, saya akan share pegawai-pegawai yang boleh dihubungi sekiranya adik-adik perlu maklumat lanjut untuk mengenai perkara ni. Okay, ini adalah BMAT. Okay, untuk pengetahuan BMAT tadi adalah wajib untuk kemasukan ke MBBS, Fakulti Perubatan USTIM Layak. Bagi program yang membentuk pendidikan pula, kita ada satu ujian wajib iaitu kita panggil MATC. So ujian ini adalah ujian untuk soalan untuk kursus yang berbentuk pendidikan. sekiranya adik-adik mohon untuk menjadi cikgu katakan dekat Universiti Melaya program pendidikan, kita akan panggil untuk buat ujian ini. Dan lepas ujian ni baru you akan dipanggil untuk melepasi untuk diinterview. Ini semakkan ujian, so kalau ikutkan, kalau you isi borang UPU, adik-adik akan dipanggil untuk ujian maksi ni. So cadang ini yang tahun 2020, bila you isi borang UPU nanti you akan tahu you akan dipanggil untuk ujian maksi ni. Okey, program khas double degree yang saya maklumkan tadi, kita ada 2 program khas di bawah Fakulti Bahasa dan Linguistik, di mana pelajar-pelajar yang mengambil sarjana muda bahasa dan linguistik Perancis akan berada di Universiti Melaya dan akan menyambung pengajiannya di Paris untuk 1 tahun, dan mereka akan dapat double degree. Dapat degree daripada UM dan juga daripada Perancis. Begitu juga dengan sarjana muda bahasa dan linguistik Jerman, program di Universiti Melaya dan juga 2 tahun di universiti dekat Konstanz, Jerman, dan kedua-duanya adik-adik akan dapat degree, so double degree. So I think Dr. Zai akan explain on this. Okay, MQA, I'm sure adik-adik yang penting sekali ialah whatever course yang you nak ambil, kalau boleh you pergi ke MQA punya website dan cek sama ada kursus tersebut adalah kursus yang telah diberi akreditasi oleh MQA ataupun tidak. Okay, kenapa akreditasi ni penting? Paling senanglah, satu kursus yang sekiranya program tersebut diakredit, bermakna program tu bagus. Dan ini adalah sebab kenapa akreditasi itu penting. So obviously sebab untuk jaga standard dan kualiti program tersebut. Okay. Ini akreditasi oleh MQA. Penting untuk funding, untuk scholarship dan sebagainya. Tapi kita ada juga kursus-kursus di Universiti Melaya yang berbentuk profesional diiktiraf oleh badan-badan profesional. So ini antara badan-badan profesional, bila you dah masuk nanti you akan tahu badan-badan profesional ni mengiktiraf setiap certain kursus daripada fakulti-fakulti tertentu. So saya ambil contoh, kalau engineering, apa badan akreditasi yang boleh akreditkan kursus tersebut. Ni antaranya. Kita ada ni juga. Okay. So faculty Bachelor of Accountancy. Kalau adik-adik tengok, ini adalah badan-badan profesional yang mengiktiraf program Bachelor of Accountancy. Cik Farhana daripada Fakulti Perniagaan dan Accountancy, Perakaunan akan sentuh mengenai inilah. So kalau kursus you diakredit banyak macam ni, maksudnya kursus you diiktiraf, dan obviously dia adalah satu kursus yang baguslah. Okey, saya tak akan sentuh ni. Okey, ini pun saya tak akan sentuh sebab ini untuk pengambilan SPM. Okey, lepasan STPN dan setaraf. Dekat Universiti Melaya kita ada program 77 program yang ditawarkan untuk kemasukan bulan Oktober nanti, dan 4 program pendidikan yang kena melalui temuduga. So ini adalah program-program dia, dan terdapat 20 program bukan pendidikan yang perlu menghadiri temuduga juga. So ada sebabnya kenapa program-program ini perlu pelajar-pelajar tersebut di temuduga. Okey, ini STAM, kita ada Akademi Pengajian Islam yang menerima pelajar-pelajar STAM ni. Ini adalah khusus-khusus program-program yang mereka boleh mohon. Ini lepasan diploma, saya tak akan sentuh. Okey. Daripada ijazah sarjana muda yang 77 program yang ditawarkan di Universiti Melaya, 24 program adalah terpaksa melalui temuduga dan 53 adalah tidak bertemuduga. Okey, dari segi PNJK, ini adalah PNJK minimum untuk adik-adik memasuki program-program yang dipilih. Okey. Okay, kita ada 2 akademi, saya go through satu persatu very fast. Akademi Pengajian Islam dan Akademi Pengajian Melayu. So PNGK dia 3.0. Kalau ada nampak yang warna merah tu adalah program yang mempunyai syarat tambahan satu, dan kedua ianya perlu melalui proses temuduga. Next, pengajian Melayu tiada temuduga. Ini adalah program yang ditawarkan dan PNGK adalah 3.0. Kita ada center tadi, cultural center sekarang ni telah ditukar kepada fakulti seni kreatif dan satu lagi sport and exercise, pusat sains sukan dan exercise. Okey, dari pusat kebudayaan ataupun fakulti seni kreatif ni kita tawarkan sarjana muda muzik, drama dan tari. Dan ketiga-tiga ni PNGK yang diperlukan hanya 2.0 dan mempunyai syarat tambahan. Obviously kalau you nak masuk muzik, you kena pandai bermain at least certain alat muzik yang mereka tetapkanlah. Dan mempunyai pengalaman, dan kalau macam contoh lagi dari segi sarjana muda tari, mereka perlu lulus uji bakat, for example, sebab kita nak tahu you boleh menari atau tidak. So ini adalah program bertemuduga. Untuk pusat sukan dan sains exercise, kita PNGK yang diperlukan adalah 2.0 dan kedua-duanya memerlukan perlu menghadiri temuduga dan kita ada syarat tambahan, lulus ujian bertulis dan fizikal. Okey, ini adalah fakulti. Macam saya mention tadi, kita ada 13 fakulti dan ditambah satu, so sekarang ni kita ada 14 fakulti. Okey, daripada 14 fakulti ini, sarjana muda sains bina adalah satu di bawah fakulti alam bina, memerlukan pelajar-pelajar menghadiri temuduga. Yang lain tak perlu, dan dia ada syarat tambahan di mana perlu lulus ujian melukis. Okey, untuk farmasi, kelayakan dia adalah PNGK 3.8 dan syarat tambahan adalah tidak buta warna. Alright, oops. Okey, fakulti kejuruteraan 3.0 untuk kejuruteraan kimia dan elektrik tidak rabung warna, syarat tambahan dia tidak perlu menghadiri temuduga. Pergigian 3.8, perubatan 3.8 untuk MBBS dan 3.3 untuk bioperubatan dan 3.0 untuk sarjana muda kejururawatan. Okey, ini fakulti sains. Okey, fakulti sains kita ada satu sarjana muda sains dengan pendidikan yang memerlukan syarat tambahan C, dan dia juga dibuka open market, boleh melalui saluran satu. Ini sains actuary. Okay, kita ada sains komputer dan teknologi maklumat, PNGK 3.0, sastra dan sains sosial 3.0, dan kita ada fakulti bahasa dan linguistik 3.0 dan 2.7, dan untuk pengajian sarjana muda bahasa dan linguistik Tamil 2.0. Yang merah tu adalah untuk yang perlu melalui proses temuduga. Fakulti ekonomi dan pentadbiran 3.0, perniagaan 3.3 dan perlu melalui proses temuduga. Ini fakulti pendidikan, kita ada sarjana muda kaunseling yang perlu menghadiri temuduga, tapi tidak perlu lulus ujian maksi. Okey, undang-undang. Okey, next. Apa yang perlu dilakukan? Satu, anda kena kenal pasti kategori anda. Apa yang you nak pilih? You matrikulasi, so you hendaklah melalui proses kemasukan STPM dan setara. Okey, dan semak syarat am dan syarat khas. Lepas syarat am dan make sure lepas syarat khas, then you boleh apply. Dan pilih program pengajian mengikut keutamaan. Macam saya kata tadi, untuk yang ini kita ada 12 program yang you boleh pilih ikut keutamaan. Dan keempat, semak dan padan keputusan dengan syarat kemasukan. Dan yang satu lagi yang saya mention tadi pada permulaan ialah pastikan kursus yang you pilih itu diakreditasikan, dan of course saluran permohonan adalah melalui UPU online ataupun saluran satu. Okay, ini tarikh-tarikh penting. Kalau ikut kat sini, tarikh untuk UPU kemasukan dah boleh masuk sekarang ni 4 Januari hingga 31 Mac. Ini saya skip. Okey, adik-adik boleh juga pergi kalau nak tahu lebih detail apa fakulti-fakulti ni, apa kursus-kursus, apa kelebihan setiap fakulti ni. Kita ada series of webinar di mana kita jemput pakar-pakar ataupun pakar-pakar daripada fakulti tersebut untuk bercakap mengenai program di fakulti mereka. You can scan, you can go to our YouTube Study Uni Melaya dan boleh tengok balik dan mana-mana fakulti yang anda berminat. Okey, ni facilities kat UM saya takkan sentuh. Okey, dan last kali ini adalah pegawai eksekutif pemasaran dan pengambilan yang adik-adik boleh hubungi, boleh email kami, boleh teks kami. Kami akan cuba bantu, cuba salurkan dan cuba dapat, kalau you berminat dengan certain fakulti, certain program, kami akan cuba bantu. Boleh email ataupun boleh teks kami. Kami akan sharekan slide ni untuk memudahkan you dapatkan maklumat-maklumat ni. Okay, so that's the end of my presentation. Next, saya akan serahkan presentation ni kepada saya rasa Cik Fahana dulu kan? Are you there, Cik Fahana?
Yes, I'm here.
So Cik Fahana, over to you. Let me just stop my screen. Okay. Alright, Cik Fahana silakan.
Alright, sekejap ya. Alright, Assalamualaikum and good afternoon everyone. I know that is not many of you, but it's okay for those who are attending for today's session. Alhamdulillah, good to see you all. Yeah. Okay, right. Okay, I'm Farna. I'm working in University Melaya in the Faculty of Business and Accountancy. So today we have 3 programs that we offer to public: Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Finance, and Bachelor of Accounting. Right, this is the agenda that I would like to discuss today, but I'm gonna go very short and simple. I know it's already towards the end of the weekend. You all pun dah ada weekend, but don't worry, it's gonna be a very informative information that you will get from us. Right, I would like to start my presentation with the pintu gerbang. For those who have no opportunity to visit Universiti Melaya, this is how it looks like in front of the pintu, the main gate of the Universiti Melaya. So a little bit about the faculty. Of course, we have our vision and mission, and our vision and mission will always support vision and mission of the Universiti Melaya. So if you can see on our mission, we have 2. We always like to provide the graduate with the quality of education and contribute to the advancement of the knowledge, right? A bit on the progression of the Faculty of Business. We are start from the Faculty of Economy in 1966. In 1975, we introduced our first program, which is Bachelor of Accounting, and we along that we introduce others academic program, which is MBA, BBA, MM, PhD, and we in 1997 we established our faculty, which is known as the Faculty of Business and Accountancy. If you can see along the way that we are accredited by AMBAR, we are accredited by the 4 Palm Top Business School, and in 2016 we are accredited by the AACSB. In 2017 we start to work on with EFMD. We plan to make sure that we also have another international recognitions by the EQUIS. So up to 2021, this is how it looks like. So on top of the international recognition, we also have the professional accreditations and the recognition on your left side. I'm going to touch that further in the next slide. On top of the international recognition and professional recognition, we also have industry collaboration that we have for our faculty. So the is going to be your benefit for a student in terms of your internship and so on and so forth. Right, just to share with you how it's going to add value to the faculty itself by having this ranking, accreditation, and so on and so forth. So of course, you got to make sure that the quality assurance, accountability, and transparency, everything are now being published publicly. There's no hidden agenda and so on and so forth. The national recognitions to the mobility, domestic and international job, because it's been recognized international research collaboration as well as the evaluation and strategy to improve the performance. So let's say if we are not doing well this time, how are we going to improve that in the next time, right? The summary of the faculty staff, we have 76 academic staff, 34 non-academic staff. So on your right side is the breakdown of the staff that we have. We have professors, associate professors, senior lecturers, professors, professional staff, and support staff. Right, we have 5 departments ranging from accounting, anti-operation, and management information system. This is our management team. I would like to introduce you to our dean, which is headed the faculty, assisted by deputy dean, head of department, and as well as the officers. Right, we also have program coordinator, quite similar to the, I think in the matriculation that you have a coordinator or counseling that you always deal with in terms of your program and so on and so forth. So we also have something that a similar arrangement for the program as well. Summary of the facility that we have, if you can see from the screen, we have ranging from auditorium, computer lab, and so on and so forth. So we have 2 dedicated building, one for undergraduate and one for postgraduate. So postgraduate, they have an additional facility which is rooftop. So but don't worry, those who are undergraduate, you are free to come to postgraduate building to view the rooftop memory, right? Subject ranking, we are in the top 100 for accounting and management. We actually improve our position from 2019, which is we are in 150, now we're in 100, top 100. So it's a good movement, a good I would say a good accomplishment from the faculty members, students, and all the stakeholders. We also have the THE, another measurement that we use to rank our programs. So we are ranked from 126 up to 150. Right, I'm going to touch on the program itself now. A summary of the program that we have. Bachelor program, we have 3. Postgraduate program, we have 6. So we're going to start with Bachelor of Accounting and Business. So if you can see on your left side, I actually put it a step that what we actually look on your document when you apply for the program. So we still check your SPM result. We also check your matriculation result. So if you check out step 1 and step 2, therefore we will call you for the step 3, where we actually having faculty entrance interview. So make sure that you check out all the admission requirement here in order for you to make sure that you have a very high chances to enroll to the program. So this is for accounting and business administrations. Just to share, if you notice that it's mentioned minimum, ideally it's just a minimum. Make sure that you target higher than minimum, right? For business, for Bachelor of Finance, quite similar to accounting and business administration. It's just that the differences is during your matriculation, you must make sure that your mathematics is a compulsory subject that you take, because that is the main component that we're going to check for finance. Finance ideally need people who are very good and strong mathematic backgrounds. Okay. Right. Other than the normal route that we receive, like matriculation, STPM, diploma, we also have the A-level, or SMIT, as well as the IB. So they also have a similar admission requirement like yours. The first program that we have now, Bachelor of Accounting. So if you can see, being recognized by the professional, that is what actually Ms. Suti mentioned just now about the professional recognition. So we have 8 professional body that actually the curriculum that we have here is abandoned with the standard of the professional. So if you want to take the professional certificate later, you can actually choose whichever route that you want. So we have 8 route to in order for you to make sure that you have your to achieve your interest at the end of, after you graduate from the accounting program. So quite many of people saying that where you're going to choose your route, don't worry, during the orientation we will call all the professional body to give a talk, and you can actually choose whichever route that you want in your second year. So this program are minimum for 4 years. This is a full-time coursework, and this is available for domestic and international. So in the class you will have international student. On top of that, you will have a various background from STPM, diploma, IB, ASMED, and so on and so forth. Right, this is how it looks like, the career outcome, your first job in the market, 10 years in the market, and 20 years in the market. So if you want to dream to become the Chief Executive Officer, so we welcome you to join our accounting program. Okay, this is a normal road for accounting graduate. When you graduate from the program, you become the professional. By taking the professional certificate, you register with an MIA as a member, then you are recognized as certified. Okay. And business administration, we have the professional recognition as well, which is myself. But if you see on the top that we have an area of specialization where you actually choose whichever area that you liked, because the business administration itself is very broad, so you can actually narrow down your interest between management, marketing, or operations. So I think I forgot to mention about the professional recognition that you have if you want to take. As I mentioned, that because of our curriculum is abandoned with the standard of professional recognition, so you actually can get certain exemption provided that you have a good mark for that particular paper. So instead of you doing your professional certificate for 2 years, actually you can save by doing that within 1 year. Right, so this is how he looks like, the career account. First job in the market, 10 years in the market, and 20 years in the market. You can see your career projection. You can become a chief marketing officer towards your career progression, right? And the last program that we have, Bachelor of Finance. So these are recognized by the CFA and MISA, quite similar to accounting and business. You can get certain exemptions, and you can actually save your study time, your study periods. So this program are minimum for 3.5 years. This one is available for domestic only at the moment. Unlike business and accounting, which is open for international market, but finance, because it's a new program that we have, we yet to open it, but we're going to plan to open it to the international market in 2 years time, if I'm not mistaken. Right, so this is how it looks like, the career outcome. Once you graduate from the program, 10 years in the market and 20 years in the market. So usually people who take finance, their career progression, they can become a chief financial officer. Right, this is a summary of the program. That people like to ask what's so different between the 3 programs that we have. So I put it in the summary table, that you can see what we have here. For example, like you want to do accounting and you thought that you want to do something related to audit or assessment, risk assessment, then you need to take the Bachelor of Accounting as your program. If you think that you want to learn a bit broad business areas, which is comprises about the logistic, management, marketing, and so on and so forth, you need to take your Bachelor of Business Administration. Whereas for finance, if you think that you want to do something like a corporate finance or econometric or investment, so Bachelor of Finance is the right program for you. And if you can see, I put in the general column where you can actually learn the software, this software is a skill that needed by the industry. So once you graduate from the program, you actually have the holistic skills that needed by industry. So when you work, you're actually ready with that skills. So it's very important for us to make sure that when we graduate the student, they are ready to the market. Right. Beside of our academic program, we also have the student exchange program. This is basically a good opportunity for students to explore other world, a different mindset of having this kind of a journey to the other university. So this is how it looks like, the faces. They happy to join the program, and they appreciate the opportunity that given by the university to create this kind of program for them. So if you don't have opportunity to study abroad, yeah, this is the time for you to choose student exchange program. On top of that, for the faculty itself, we also are having this one program which is called 3E program, which is sponsored by Genting. So this is another opportunity that you should grab when you graduate, when you actually study in UM. So if you don't have time to join the student exchange program, you can join 3E program. Right, the student club itself, we have the student club, 3 student club representative or 3 program that we have. So we have UMAC for accounting, UMBC for business, and UMFA for finance. So this student club is a very good club to groom your soft skill in terms of leadership, communications, and negotiating skills. You know that when you study, it's very technical skill, it's very academic skill. So by joining the student club actually help you to balance between your technical skill as well as your soft skill. So when you graduate, you are very good. I would say a very marketable graduate in the market. Right. So this is a recap of why you should study in the Faculty of Business and Accountancy. The program are highly accredited by international and professional body. You also have a fast-track professional qualification, high quality teaching up to date with the syllabus, good linkages with industry. Always make sure that you upgrade your soft skill by joining or being part. Make sure that you also have opportunity to join the exchange program and opportunity to develop your soft skill through the student club. And of course, the 2 important thing that I would like to highlight is because top 60, we are in the UM is a top 60 in the world and top 10 in Asia and first in Asia. So I hope that you can join us with all the points that I highlighted here, that you will see going to value and benefit you in the future. Right, this is our batches for FBA batches. You're going to carry all the batches that I have highlighted earlier. Those are accredited bodies. So, when you graduate, this stamping is all in your portfolio. All right, one of the happy face after they graduate from the program, they take photos with the lecturers, and this is the memory that you can't say much on it. So stay connected with us. If you have any further information, feel free to contact us. Thank you. Hi, Tuti, I'm done.
Next, Dr. Zai, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Dr. Zai, over to you.
Thank you. Oops, mana? I'm still finding my my slides. Can you give me a moment? Okay, there you go. Tuti, can you see my slides? Okay.
Boleh, Doktor.
All right, thank you. So hi students, I'm Dr. Zaida. I'm from the Faculty of Languages and Linguistics. I'm specifically from the English Language Department. Yeah, so I'm going to skip quite a lot of slides here. I will just highlight a few slides that I think very important, very relevant to you guys. Okay, so I will skip this. This is by ranking. We are top 100 for modern languages, top 150 for linguistics, and these are some of the areas in linguistics. Yeah, semantics, morphology. Okay. And we will introduce you, when you come and join us, we will introduce you what linguistics is. And one of the subjects would be introduction to linguistics, and you will learn the language tree, ya, daripada mana bahasa Inggeris datang, daripada mana bahasa Malaysia and other languages as well. Okay. Another subject is phonetics and phonology, whereby you akan belajar bagaimana kita mengeluarkan bunyi, ya, in terms of IPA sounds. And this is quite new, yeah, whereby we will also impart or share with you, yeah, new ways of analyzing language. Yeah, so now we use softwares. Yeah, previously it was just manual, but now we can use software. Yeah. All right, so there are 4 departments. Yeah, we have Arabic department, we have Jabatan Bahasa Malaysia, and Linguistik Terapan, and we have English department. We also have Jabatan Bahasa Eropah and Asia. Yeah, and the Jabatan Bahasa Eropah, we have 5 programs: Japanese, Italian, Spanish, German, and French. Yeah, so all together we have 9 programs. Di Jabatan Bahasa Malaysia, we only have Mandarin and Tamil. We do not have Bahasa Melayu, yeah, in the faculty. All right, now perhaps I will highlight 2 dual degree programs offered in my faculty. Yeah, so dual degree programs hanya ditawarkan apabila anda mengambil Bachelor in French Language and Linguistics dan juga Bachelor in German Language and Linguistics. Ya, so untuk yang mengambil French Language and Linguistics, anda boleh mengambil dual degree program. Ya, and this is where your pengajian akan berada bersama dan juga another university in Paris, iaitu INALCO ataupun National Institute for Oriental Languages and Civilization. So this is in Paris. The duration of the program is 3.5 years, 2 tahun in and 1 year in INALCO. And at the end of the program, whereby you can ambil industrial training, you can either come back to Malaysia or you can do there for 6 months, for half a year. Yeah. Another dual degree program is jika anda mengambil Bachelor in German Language and Linguistics. Okay, so ini adalah panjang sedikit as compared to French language. So this program durationnya adalah selama 5 tahun, 3 years in and 2 years in University of Constance in German. Untuk this dual degree program, you have to do your industrial training ataupun practical in Germany. And what does it mean by of dual degree program? By the end of your program, you will get 2 degrees. For French language, you mendapat daripada Bachelor in French Language and Linguistics, and daripada INALCO, Bachelor in Intercultural Communication. Okay, if you are taking another dual degree program, daripada German division. So you can get Bachelor in German Language and Linguistics from us, and a bachelor degree in tourism and business from Constance. Yeah, so you have 2 degrees by the end of the program. Yeah, but this is really up to you. If you want to choose dual degree program, you can. If not, you can just do the whole program, French and German program in for 3.5 years. Yeah. This is just the front building of INALCO in Paris, and this is part of Constance University in Germany. Okay, and the entry requirement, if you want to join the English language department, yeah, your CGPA should be 3.0, and you have to have at least a grade A in SPM for your English, and at least a MUET band 4, yeah. And if you want to come for Arabic, Chinese and Tamil, you mesti ada extra qualification in language, yeah, depending on what program you are taking. Okay, so if you're taking Chinese, you have to have bahasa Cina or bahasa Arab in your SPM, yeah. And for your MUET, you have to get at least MUET band 2. Okay, for courses or for programs under Jabatan Bahasa-Bahasa Asia Eropah, CGPA is 2.7 minimum, yeah, and for English and SPM, you are required to have at least grade B, and for MUET at least band 3, yeah. So untuk programs, kelima-lima program ini, you do not have to have any background at all. Yeah, you can come with us with zero knowledge in these languages. Yeah. Okay, so in terms of structural fee, it is range between 7,000 to 8,000. Yeah. Okay, so course structure. The whole program, yeah, takes about 7.5 tahun, yeah, 7 semesters, depending on whether you want to go for your outbound exchange program and whatnot. Yeah. Again, these are the courses that we offered. Yeah, I will not show all, and these are not the only courses. We have a lot more. Yeah, also depending on your programs. Besides the 9 programs or 9 languages, we also have other languages that you can take electives, yeah, as electives. So we have Thai, we have Korean, we have Iban, Portuguese, Russian as well, yeah. And if you are taking, for example, English program as your major, you can take any other languages as your electives, yeah. If you do not want to take these languages as your electives, you can take other electives from other faculties. Okay. Industrial training, by the end of the the final semester of your program, you have to do industrial training, yeah, selama 16 minggu, and we will look at your application, yeah. Most of the organizations that we sent, big organizations, or I would say established organizations. The faculty also conducts workshops, employability workshops, yeah. And also, I think the career opportunity is very important for you to think before you choose what program, yeah. So for graduates from the faculty, yeah, most of them are in diplomatic services, so they work with embassies, they are in advertising, in journalism, and some of them are in the banking world, yeah, and also in audit firm, yeah. So not necessarily as interpreter, as editor, or into teaching, yeah. And these are some of the non-traditional jobs, yeah. Non-traditional jobs like forensic linguist, lexicographer, speech pathology, computational linguist, yeah. So these are new areas lah new pekerjaan, ya, if you ada degree with us, ya. And for further information, you can visit us at http fll.edu.my ataupun you can email to tdekan_fbl@um.edu.my. You can also give us a call. I think that's all for now, Tuti. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Zai. Okay, Dr. Rizal.
Yes, I'm here ready.
Okay, Dr. Rizal, over to you.
Okay, thank you. All right. Hold on. Give me a minute. Presentation. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, boleh, Doktor.
Okay. Assalamualaikum. Very good afternoon to all. Apa khabar? Okay. Nama saya Rizal. Saya academic staff from Faculty of the Built Environment. So welcome to the program briefing. Okay. Right. So okay. Well, I believe most of you have heard the Faculty of Built Environment. So, okay, if you have not yet familiar with this faculty, so today will be some quick information about the faculty's program. Okay, basically, we have about 20,000 students has been enrolled in this faculty's program. So in total, we have about 139 lecturers delivering the program. We have about 99% of passing rate, and then basically 100% of stakeholders satisfied with the program. So why we choose Faculty of Built Environment? So most of our programs are professionally accredited programs, globally and nationally, and of course its marketability to the industries both locally and nationally as well. So of course this Faculty of Built Environment is the one of the programs that offered in Kuala Lumpur compared to other universities in Malaysia. So we have a very strategic location for great student experience to venture the Kuala Lumpur and get exposed with diverse cultures and unique infrastructures. So of course we have a good partnership with global industry experts as well as academicians, and as Puan Tuti highlighted earlier on, this faculty of Built Environment rank top 100s for QS World University ranking, and of course we also have up-to-date facilities. Okay, so we are basically in the top 100 architecture and built environment programs. Right. So we have quite a good lineups of partnerships and collaboration with industries, as well as academics from all over the world. So basically, we have 5 programs that I'm going to basically explain to you guys. So we have a building surveying program, quantity surveying program, real estate programs, urban and regional planning, as well as the most famous one is architecture. Okay. So these are the possible prospects. If you look at these photos, your career prospects. So you can look into infrastructures like buildings and properties, and constructions and maintenance, cleaning, all sort of activities that we need to manage the built properties. Okay. So basically, I just give you an overview about the profession in the built environment. So, as you know, we have these architects, planners, and we also have engineers, civil and structures, M&E, mechanical, electricals, and surveying professionals such as land surveyors, building surveyors, quantity surveyors. Okay, so let me elaborate a little bit. So quantity surveyors mainly focus on construction contracts and managing bills of quantities. Okay, I will elaborate a little bit further when I explain about the program later on. And of course, those have experienced more than possibly 10 years, 5 to 10 years, you can engage with some managerial activities, being a project managers, construction managers, as well as a facilities managers. So over here in these slides, we have a 3-phase of asset life cycle. So basically, I define an asset life cycle. We can refer to infrastructures, buildings, even lands. So basically, the first phase most of this professional will work around the asset owner to look into strategy and planning of the property, whether they're going to build a new constructions, a new building, whether they're going to do a refurbishments, or even a heritage property, whether they're going to conserve or rehabilitate the structures of the buildings. And then that's very much on strategy planning and how the asset owners intend to procure or look for funder to manage the projects. Then it goes down to stage 2, whereby architects, planners, engineers will work around the designs and construction. This also involves facilities managers, because facilities managers must come in this stage to making sure that the operation in use or of the particular property can be maintained according to the plan and with the allocated budgets in terms of finance and resources. So, well, this is about built environment phases that I can briefly describe. Okay, so it's not purely just constructions of building, but it's also dealing with managerial activities, focusing on design and construction, as well as the most critical one is to manage the operation and the end of life of particular property or building, whether they're going to sell them, whether they're going to refurbish or to continue the asset life. Right. So in faculty environment, we have this 5 bachelor's program. So over here, I'm not going to elaborate further on the postgraduate programs, but rather to focus on this 5 bachelor's program. We have this Bachelor of Science in Architectures, Bachelor of Quantity Surveying, Bachelor of Building Surveying, Bachelor of Real Estate, and as well as a Bachelor of Urban and Regional Planning. Okay, so well, this is our general entry requirement. So I think for you guys, I think you need to pass or lulus matrikulasi or asasi sekurang-kurangnya PNGK 3 and then mendapat sekurang-kurangnya grade B pada peringkat matrikulasi for the following subjects, which is mathematics, physics, engineering physics, perakaunan, dan satu mata pelajaran lain. Okay, and then you guys need to get at least grade B in SPM dalam 4 mata pelajaran termasuk mathematics. Okay, dan mendapat sekurang-kurangnya tahap 3 or band 3 for your MUET, and then tidak mempunyai masalah penglihatan dan buta warna or color blind. So that I think that's what has been set for the minimum requirement for these programs. And then for architecture's program, you guys need to pass ujian melukis dan temunuga. So architecture is the only program that requires this ujian melukis dan temunuga because of the demand is very high. Okay, so for these 5 programs, so we have recognitions from the professional bodies, both global and local. So among them is the Royal Institute of British Architects UK, we call it RIBA. And then for surveying programs, we have our programs, among them QS, real estate and building surveying. we have accredited by the Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors, and as well as for QS, we accreditation from a Pacific Association of Quantity Surveyors. So this allow candidates or students who will be graduating to venture your career path outside Malaysia. So mostly they works in the UK, in Singapore, Hong Kong, and I think the surrounding regions. Okay. Of course, given that these 5 programs are professional program, they must get some accreditation from the Board of Town Planners for urban and regional planning, as well as for QS program, we have a Board of Quantity Surveyors. For real estates, we have Board of Valuers, Appraiser, and Estate Agent Malaysia. So well, I just need to explain a little bit about BOVIA. So for property managers or valuers from real estate programs, they need to get these. We really need to get these valuers on board, because this allows them to be able to get practice right away after they finish the program. So same goes to Board of QS and Board of Town Planners, and as well as a Board of Architects Malaysia and Royal Institution of Surveyors Malaysia for building surveying programs, as well as QS and real estate programs. So these are the professional bodies that govern the 5 programs to ensure the marketabilities and the credibility of the program that we structured, and because this program is ever changing, and we keep on always review the curriculum to making sure that this program is stay relevant. Okay, let me go through this Bachelor of Architecture, Science and Architectures. So, well, this program is 3 years programs, recognized by the LAM or Board of Architect Malaysia, or we call it Lembaga Architect Malaysia Part 1, and as well as RIBA Part 1. So this allow you guys to pursue for Professional Master of Architecture, which is Part 2, or Part 2 LAM and RIBA program, which is a master's program after you complete the undergraduates. So, of course, well, it says that there's the architectures students may work later on as a draftsman, assistant designer, technical assistants, cloud work, visualizer, model maker. I think you know, with the current technology of building information modeling, so there's a lot more opportunity for the graduates in architecture. So among of the student activities, they have inbound and outbound programs. We also have design studios and field trips to get exposure on the, for instance, heritage buildings, you know, or even modern buildings. And then you have get exposed with the year-end exhibitions. There's annual students architectural workshops with other universities surrounding regions, including National University of Singapore, those Indonesia's, Thailand, Japan, things like that. Of course, students will be trained to do a measured drawing, usually like heritage buildings, for instance, and other lecture series, whether it could be face-to-face as well as online. Okay, that about architectures. So next, about quantity surveying. So, well, quantity surveying, well, the career prospect, you can become a cost engineers, you can become an estimator, construction economist, and construction contract consultants. You can involve in many sectors of industries, whether from constructions, oil and gas, public services like JKR or Public Works Department, municipals, transport sectors, telecommunication industry, legal sectors, and so on. So these are QS. So there are lots of activities has been going on. Participating in a contest, as well as international project management day, and some other recreational and team building activities that we do. Okay, that's for QS. And let's look at building surveying programs, bachelor's of building surveying program. So this program we have basically the potential of this program. Candidates can focus on the building control and space management. So basically, building control is about building permits for constructions and occupancy. Okay, whether it's a residential, commercial building, office building, or even factories, things like that. So this is more on role at the municipals, like DBKL, like MPPJ, MPAJ, things like that. And then you can also venture activities like providing consultancy and services for risk control and building performance and technologies for buildings. I think buildings today is very high tech, so it requires measures on risk control as well as performance. For instance, to manage energy, things like that, and as well as today with the COVID-19 provisions. So it really plays important role in this built environment profession. Next is the core 3 is focused on building maintenance and conservation. So this building survey program is not limited to building, but also other infrastructures as well. So you can work in local authorities, and then facilities management and building maintenance, managing the operation in use of the assets. Dilapidation survey and condition assessment is to look at the existing conditions of the property or building, whether to look at the potential risk to future developments or constructions activities. And conservations, because of this program, basically emphasize on the material science of whether modern or traditional, we call that colonial buildings, and project management and others, including insurance. So there are lots of activities, visits to UCL in London, those are some outbound activities. Well, I think that's too much to say here. Okay, right. So let's look at Bachelor of Real Estates. So this program also 3 years and a half. And then accredited by, of course, by MQA and the BOVIA and RICS. All right. So it basically the profession will be into real estate, building management, those like managing condominiums, office building, like KLCC, for instance, and managing the asset portfolios, and then managing the life cycle of the properties. So this is a real estate management program, and there are some activities that this program have carried out for the benefit of the students' experience. Right. So next will be urban and regional planning program. So yeah, okay. So basically, the prospect will be you'll be working as a town planner, a mayor, developer, planning firm, strategic planning consultant, like environmental impact assessment and so forth. So these are the possible prospect if you take urban planning programs. Okay, so basically what they'll do, basically to engage with the publics and community about the proposal of whether it's urban development or regeneration, things like that, and conduct inspections and basically, well, it's all about urban planning. Okay. So there are lots of activities. Of course, most of the faculties program, they've done lots of international urban programs, okay, to exchange students as well. Lots of students involved with contests locally and internationally, and then participation from the industry to support the program, to making sure that the students are familiar with the stakeholders' expectations, things like that. Okay, so let's look into the faculties of built environment facilities. So we have basically not really a new building, but this building has we started to occupy this building for the past 10 years. So it's a very considered as a new building, and so you can see some the typical environment surrounding the buildings. Right. We also have student hubs, some labs, and as well as a conference hall. We do quite numbers of conference events previously. So you students will get the opportunity to join conference, right? Okay, I think that's all from Faculty of Built Environment. I hope with this briefing you have a better view about the profession and the built environments, and look forward for your application then. Thank you.
Thank you, Doktor.
Right.
Alright, okay. I rasa itu saja kot untuk kali ni. Alright, just nak kita ada rakamkan taklimat ni, dan saya akan forwardkan kalau ada soalan. Sekarang ni currently tak ada soalan daripada pihak matrikulasi, tapi kalau ada kita akan forwardkan kepada Dr. Zai, Dr. Rizal dengan Cik Fahana, sebab macam pengalaman saya sebelum ni, ada student yang akan teks kami kemudian. Kalau soalan tu kami tak boleh nak jawab, dan kami akan forwardkan kepada doktor lah.
Boleh.
Okay, bagi pihak MRC saya nak ucapkan terima kasih kepada Dr. Zai, Dr. Rizal dengan Cik Fahana, dan juga kepada pihak matrikulasi, dan kami akan share, Cik Ishak akan berhubungi dengan pihak matrikulasi dan akan sharekan video yang dirakamkan inilah. Okay, itu saja. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.